So we might well be live already, I just can't see it at all. Bear with us though. Why is it not doing it?
Are you actually live?
I don't know yet.
No, did it say live on there?
Should do. Yeah, we're live on there. So why can't we see ourselves? There we go, that's better. Right, let's do this. Now sorry for the noise in the background just now. I've actually just turned the heater off and it's now cooling down. So it's going to be making a little bit of noise to start with. But it will shut down.
Okay.
So what we're doing, hopefully we've got a better connection just now. If there's anybody watching and you could tell us whether or not the audio's good, if the visual's good, if it's better than last time, it'd be appreciated. We've got the comments section on one side of us. I can never remember which side it is. So on your right hand side of the screen. No, it's not. It's possibly the other way around. I think it's on that side. But whichever side of the screen it is on, welcome to put comments in there. If there are any questions or anything like that. To me, at this end, it does appear to be the connection is a lot better. I don't know what the audio is like. At the minute, you can probably hear in the background the heater, as I said, but that will shut off just shortly. So, there was a plan for tonight, and it is to do with these. So, although this is going to be like a sort of nondescript live stream, the thinking was to keep ourselves busy while we're playing about with live stream stuff, is to have a go at building another one of these. B490 from Banggood. We've actually got on this table 4 of them. One's built, and we've got another 3 sitting here. So we thought we'd put together, or start putting together, the yellow one.
Yeah.
The yellow one. So we've got 2 different coloured ones actually. Another thing I'd like to say just now is that we're well aware that this thing needs a haircut. At the time of filming, hairdressers and things aren't open. I don't know if I'm allowed to go at it with clippers. No, I'm not allowed to go at it with clippers. So he's got to live with long hair. I've already told him we can't put it back into a ponytail.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Right, good answer. You're not going to. So, as I say, if there's anybody watching and you can, if you could put a comment in the side, say if the audio's good, if the visual's good, if the connection's good. It was just generally better than last time. That'd be good for us, just to let us know. And then we can crack on. Oh, that's the heater shutting down now, yeah. Yeah, that's the heater shutting down. Right, so as I say, we're going to make a start on these. What we've got in these boxes, you good?
No. Got one of these.
Yeah, we've got these. So, if you're not aware what these are, I've done a little build series on these. I don't know how to put a link to it right now, but you'll find it in the playlist. Strangely enough, it's 490mm wingspan. This one flies on a 2S 1000 milliamp pack. It's a little 1306 motor, turning I think a 5x3 or 5x4 prop, just with a little receiver. It's designed to actually be able to carry FPV gear as well, lightweight FPV, although we haven't fitted it, which does mean it needs some lead. Now this one has got 10 grams on the bottom of it, which balances it quite nicely. The first flight was, how do we put it?
Spectacular.
Nearly spectacularly bad. Pretty hairy, to say the least. We did test flight on 800 or an 850 milliamp 2S, which is just too light, and we didn't have the lead on, so we added the lead, and it now flies really well. It's a great fun bit of kit. It's got some tiny little servos, which are Vortic 7350 digital minis. I don't think that says on there what it is. That's empty yet. What's that? Why have you given me that?
Because I thought it had one of those.
Right, so it's got a servo. Yeah, that doesn't actually help tell me any details about it, to be honest. The receiver we've got there is a little lightweight receiver. The Lemon 6-channel DSMX channel. DSMX receivers with diversity, apparently.
What's diversity?
It means you've got 2 aerials,
Oh,
basically.
that's very interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom. That's good feedback to know. If there's anything else that changes, let us know. But hopefully we've improved on what we're doing, technically anyway.
I'm going by Sun now.
Yeah, Son has a name. His name's Ewan. For those of you watching that don't know, that's Ewan. What we've done to improve the connection, before or the last time, we're actually going through Wi-Fi to the house. Now, from where I'm sitting to the closest point of the house from here is about 5 meters. But the main router in the house is probably 15 meters further on than that. Through 1, 2, 3 brick walls. So what we're doing, we actually had repeater stations. One in the house and one in here. And it was all right, but as you saw last time, it didn't work. So what I've done now is I've actually got a router out here that's on a Cat5 cable straight into the back of the router in the house, and we've now got an access point out here. So we're now getting as good a Wi-Fi out here as what we would in the house sitting next to the router. It's only a temporary cable to run in, like it's going through the window in the living room and around the outside of the house, but it's doing the job. And it means I can put it away. I don't have to worry about hard wiring it in at any point. I don't plan on doing this sort of thing like every day, every week, or probably even every month. So it's just going to be brought out when I need to, into the window, plugged in, unplugged at the end of the night, put away again. So yeah, that's how we've managed to make it better. Cable was bought, some RJ45 connectors made up on the ends of the cable. Simple, easy fix. But that doesn't get around what we're doing here. So, as I say, we're going to try and put one of these together. Ewan's decided, again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see the way it's put it. Ewan's decided we want to have a different colour one. This is the green one, which we've got a second one of, because these come in 2 in a box. When I bought them, they were about 25 quid for 2 in a box. That was pre-Brexit. I don't know what they are just now. I'd have to go looking for them, which I can do. It's easy enough. But for the money, you know, it's an EPP wing. If you ask me, it's really good value. You don't get... I've put in the wrong thing there. You don't get electronics with it, but you get 2 complete EPP airframes with like carbon bits, carbon plates, spars. Some of the spars are pre-fitted. Yeah, so that's that 1 or 2. That's 2 of the carbon packs that you get. Again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see them, but they're all, I'm guessing they're routed out. I don't think they'll be lasered, but they're routed out. And you get the main joining spars in them. The other spars, are they pre-fitted?
Mm-hmm. Is that one? No.
Yeah, so you've got one spar there, and you've actually got a like sub spar in the aileron. But again, that's the level of completeness that it comes all pre-printed. If you bear with me, I'll try and find the right thing on here and put a link to it in. There we go. So they've gone up a bit in price. They are now 34 quid. Not sure where that's coming from. That's shipping from China. If I'm perfectly honest, I haven't bought anything from China for a long time.
Leaking screws.
Sorry?
Leaking screws all in the back.
Okay, we need to make sure we've got them all then. So that's a link I'll just put into the chat there. Tom. No, it's not EU, it's EWAN. Which should help with the spelling. So as you can see, Ewan's laying out all the parts here. And it already looks like a wing, it's not even put together. So first job, thank you. Right, clear it all away so we've got the wing parts. First job is to join the main wing together. Now the good thing about this, for ease of build, is, again I don't know how well you'll be able to see, it's a flat bottom aerofoil, like a Appler 205 or something like that, or just a random aerofoil that they've decided to use.
It's not EPP as well.
Sorry?
It's not EPP as well.
Yeah, it's made out of EPP, no, it's Bendy EPP, it's quite resilient.
That's why they're great, because
That's what, sorry?
you can smash them into the ground many times.
Well, you can bounce them, I wouldn't say smash them into the ground. So because they're flat bottomed, let's put this out of the way.
They don't fly well upside down.
Yeah, they don't fly well upside down, but for building it does make it easier because you just put it on the table, line them up and glue them together. Now one thing I'm going to check just before we do this, because I found it on the other ones we did. See those holes?
Mm-hmm.
There's like slots cut in the centre for like, the battery strap to come round. They didn't line up, but on this one they do. So all we need to do now is put a little bit of glue on the, what's the matter?
That's fine.
Put a little bit of glue. Oh, did you squeeze this?
Yeah.
It's coming out everywhere. Do you want to grab some kitchen roll? Just one piece, that's fine.
No, you're supposed to hold it.
You're supposed to give me one piece. So I will keep on checking the comments if you want to ask a question or comment. So just a little bit of glue on here. This is Uhu Pour that I'm using.
Doesn't smell good.
It does smell amazing.
It smells horrible.
So it's just a little bit on there, and because it's a contact glue, all you need to do is put it together, squidge it about a bit, so it spreads it, then put it apart and leave it to go off. Now it takes about 10-15 minutes to go off till it's touch dry, and then you can join them together. Yeah, Tom, he's actually got a cast on his hand. I don't know how well anybody's going to see because it is camouflaged and dirty. About 4 weeks ago now.
33.
No, it'd be 4 weeks. You had to have that on for 2 weeks, and it was 10 days before. So it was best part of 4 weeks ago. Tripped over his own feet on the curb outside, I think, and tried to save himself as he went down. Hurt his wrist. At the time, it was just painful, and they couldn't tell if he'd broken it or not, could they? So left it for a week with a splint, or 10 days.
10 days.
10 days with just like a velcroed splint on.
And put a back slab on it.
I went back, they x-rayed it again, or did something to it, so I still couldn't tell what was wrong with it. So they then put a back slab on, so that's just basically a plaster cast down the back of it. The next day went to see a consultant at a different hospital, and even he couldn't see what the problem was, and he showed me all the x-rays and whatnot. So just for safety's sake, they put a full cast on it, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't know.
2 weeks ago, I think. So on Thursday, he's going in to get that taken off. Hopefully it's all fine, and he can carry on doing things as he does normally.
Like flying.
Yeah, like flying. So that's the other thing as well. We went out flying last Sunday?
Saturday or Sunday.
Last weekend. So if you're watching this back, I keep on rolling. Why do I keep on rolling?
Because they're on wheels, that's how it works.
We went out flying last weekend. It's now Tuesday evening that we're filming this. We went out flying on Sunday afternoon because Daisy went horse riding.
Yeah.
We hadn't flown for various reasons for the best part of 6 months. This one gets his transmitter, plugs in a battery and goes and flies like he'd flew in the morning with the cast on. I fly and I'm rusty as hell. So yeah, he's quite right to be sitting there grinning. I only know what I just know when he gets that cast off, he's just going to be away with it, and he's going to be practicing for his silver or his B, whichever one you decide to go for. And then after that, the world's going to be your oyster, isn't it?
What does that mean?
You'll be able to do anything.
I don't know what that means.
That's what it means. The world is your oyster. It means you can do anything.
Mm.
Flying wise, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've only just joined us, we are putting together this evening, slowly, putting together one of these B490 wings. If you haven't seen what we've been up to with this, go and check out the playlist we've got for the build and subsequent test flying and flying. We've flown this quite a lot since. Flies on 1002S batteries. Great fun little aeroplane. They come in boxes of 2 for 34 quid, I think it was. I've just looked. If you like any sort of flying, even if I hate to say it, if this was like your second venture into RC flying, you could enjoy this. I think it wouldn't necessarily be the best thing to learn on, but I actually kept one of these. Well, I kept that one on my dashboard in the van for a while, didn't I? You could almost fly it anywhere. So yeah, great bit of fun, relatively cheap as well.
And we basically test flew it in the back garden.
Yeah, we did basically test flight in the back garden. So that is just about dry. Just looking at it. See, the way I check to see if this is dry or not, if it's shiny.
And it is.
It's a little bit, but it's not major. So for joining, this is a bit of a lesson this end as well, because you haven't really used contact glue before, have you?
You put it flat and push it together.
Yeah, if you push it together, you want to make sure it's lined up. So the trick is to get one end lined up first. So I'm lining up the motor end at the back here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if I do need to pull it away, it's only a small contact area. But because that's lined up there, bring it in, checking as we go, before that final touch, and then push together really hard.
And then just leave it.
And then, as you say,
See the spar? Do you put pour in the hole, or do you put it on the spar?
good question.
Genuine question.
Yeah, you'd actually get the nozzle of the glue and run it in. And have it like that. I would do it from right to left, going across, put the nozzle in and just gently squeeze it until you see some glue. All the way across, and then push the spar into it and wipe off the excess.
Already?
It is, but it's not glued that well. A bit alright though. I might actually just try and run a bit more glue into that.
So you need to let the gas off though.
No, you can use it wet, as it's called.
See what I mean? Putting glue on.
So yeah, we'll leave that there for a while.
Try someone's put on it.
Yeah. What have we got?
Battery? More battery?
Yeah, more than that.
Is it?
Yeah. There's two smaller ones in that. You might have to move some things out of the way. As you can possibly see behind us, we are in a very tidy workshop just now. We've still got to organise so much stuff in here. One of the videos have actually been published. You might not have seen yet all of the workshop update videos. So what we're sitting in might actually be different to what you've seen already.
I don't know where the small.
Sorry?
I don't know where the small batteries are.
There should be down underneath that one of those undercarriages. Or down that direction. They're black. Just let them down somewhere. Yeah, it is, AJ, it is actually really enjoyable doing stuff like this with you. Sometimes it makes me want to pull what hair I've got left out, but I can remember doing this sort of stuff with my dad. And if he's watching this, I don't know if he will be or not, but if he's watching this, I'd like to think now that this is almost payback for what I did to him.
Yeah, the batteries aren't in there.
Okay, well give me two of those then.
There isn't two.
There should be two that size.
Oh, there's not.
There should be, because I've got three of them.
What?
Yeah, the tyre weights. That'll do. Yeah, the good thing with Ewan now is because he's been doing modelling stuff. Well, we were actually talking earlier. Ewan was at the flying field when he was 2 weeks old. Obviously, he wasn't doing much modelling or flying at that age, but he's got it in his blood, and ever since he could sort of understand what they were, he's been wanting to do modelling stuff. He's actually been flying since he was 5. When did you go solo?
7.
He was 7 when he went solo, and he's not stopped since. He's now 12. You didn't need to. It's not an open pack.
This one is open.
No, it's not. There's an open box. There's that one down there that you piled everything on top of.
Yeah.
So we don't need this box of lead just now.
Yep, it's open.
Right, so we put this one back.
Yep. That is very heavy.
Oh, that's our idea of lead. So these are just stick-on tyre weights that I bought silly amounts of.
Is it not also like that?
Yep.
You gonna need more?
Yep. The good thing with these stick-on leads, if you don't use them at all, get some, because they do that, they can go around wings. They can hold sheeting down and things like that. But in this case, all I'm trying to do is stop the wing from moving
You need more of those.
on the table, so this glue goes off. So done?
Very
I don't need more just now. So that box can go down. So yeah, there's a bit sort of ad hoc, and doing this evening was basically something for us to do while we're talking at you guys. So if you've got any questions or comments, please put them into the chat. It's nice to have an interaction with people. Right. But any sort of particular builds or techniques, or you want to see more flying videos or something like that, you need to let us know.
I want to see more flying videos. Mostly because I want to be using more flying videos.
Yeah, I know that. So, hopefully, as I said, now we're Tuesday night, we're filming this. This coming Saturday, the weather forecast looks good. So we're planning on going out flying Saturday. I haven't actually started getting them ready yet, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's I say? Aqua, Funfly, Ace, Thing. Oh, Bixler. It's not 2 metre, it's 1.5. So yeah, the models were taken. Ewan's taken his Aquawat, who is President of Funfly. I'm going to be taking the SAS Ace to test fly. I was taking the SAS 1.5 metre thing to retest fly, so I've done a little bit of a modification with it. Because there's a new member at the flying club who's looking at buying one, and I've said you can have a fly of it. Set it up in buddy box, you can have a fly.
Is it going to be me and you flying on buddy box making sure it all works?
Yeah, possibly. Cheers for that, Matt. That's great to hear. We are in the workshop, but we are effectively, as far as internet's concerned, in the house. I have actually thought about running a cable to the house as a permanent connection. We have to see. The Ace, as in the SAS Ace, is that what you've got two of?
Either in 2015 thing.
Yeah, we'll soon find out. For those of you who don't know as well, cool, which ones have you got? You got powered ones or you got the slope soaring ones? Hopefully you've got both. But anyway, for those that don't know, one of the reasons why I've got lots of SAS models is that I'm in the process of getting the traditional SAS models re-kitted. I don't mean like turning them from good airplanes into crash models. I mean producing kits to be able to sell to lots of you guys. The Blob is the first one. That's gone out already. It's one batch has gone out.
I thought it was Myrases that had gone out first.
No, that's not SAS though, is it?
It's Myras then?
It's just our own ones. Ken Stokes does them.
No. I thought the Myras was an SAS Myras.
No. So the first batch of Blobs has gone out, but we've re-engineered the design to be more in keeping with the original. There are a few issues we had to resolve. The next Blob kit, revised prototype shall we say, should be with me soon to verify. That's then going to be verified by Alan Head himself. Once that's all been verified, we should be good to go on producing lots of other kits. So in the meantime, I've been personally testing all the pre-built SAS models that I've got. We've already flown the Blob glider. That's the only two we've flown off the slope, isn't it?
I thought there was one other. What other ones are there?
No, that's the only two we've flown, because we've got the thing up there, which we haven't flown yet.
Oh.
So we've got the thing glider as well. Powered models, we've got a 1 metre powered thing, a 1.5 metre powered thing, the Ace, and that's all of the powered ones, I think, that we've flown. I've already started building a 2 metre thing, one of those before, not flown one, so I'm building one for myself, so I can get to know the aeroplane. The powered Blob, that is being worked on and hopefully be available once everything gets approved. Yeah, the Ace kit, I mean, as it's designed, it is a good kit, and simple to build. For production, one thing I do want to try and do is either have an option to, or have a dedicated kit for electric powered versions of all the powered models. So there'll be electric things at 1 and 1.5 metre and 2 metre hopefully. The Ace, the Blob, the Starjet, Star Delta. What other ones is there? Basically every design that had an engine on the front of it should hopefully be able to have an electric option.
Cool.
Now with the Ace, what I want to do is, you've got that as a glider or powered version. So there's going to be 3 versions there: glider, power or electric. There's the option aileron, rudder, elevator, aileron, power, whatever that power is. I'm hoping I can give all those options into one kit. Go throughout the build. You know, they can choose what way they decide to go. We appear to have lost an internet connection. Hopefully we haven't.
Let me check.
So that's the plan for the Ace. I don't know if I can do that with the other models. Certainly the Blob, the fuselage isn't conducive to having a battery in it. The Thing has been done already as electric. I don't know if it was the 1.5 metre or the 1 metre. Cheers, Matt. Thanks for it being loud and clear. Must be what I'm seeing here is throwing a wobbly. The Starjet I haven't seen as electric, but again that should have enough space in it for a battery. It's the batteries that are the problem, not the motors or the controllers. It's the battery location and space. With the Blob, it'll have to sort of sit over the wing because it's a mid-wing model, and there's not quite enough depth. There is a chap who's got one of the early Blob gliders that's actually working on taking like a scallop out of, or scallop, or whatever you call it, a chunk out of the centre section so the battery can sit into the wing as well, so it fits in without changing the fuselage side. I'm actually yet to hear if that's worked or working. Star Delta should be able to have electric setup.
Yeah, because with that much be where his tank is.
Yeah, most of the bigger IC models should have the space to do it. The Ace, I've got to redesign the internals a bit. Even if I want to just go from glider to power versions of the same kit, I've got to redesign the internals. But that shouldn't be a problem. That'll fly. I've actually got. Just want to grab one of those. A couple of electric motors to experiment. Equivalent to an IC15, a 3530, 1340 kV. So I've got a couple of them to play with. If they do put out the same power as a 15, that would be like a recommended sort of wattage power for them. I have to apologise if I keep on looking up there. I'm actually looking at the Ace hanging up, and so there's a thing up there. The Blob's up behind me. I don't think you can see them. No, you won't see them at all. There's a what?
Thing over there too.
Yeah, there's a thing on the wing rack over there. Have you lot watched the wing rack video? What do you think of it?
We need another one.
We already, well, here's the thing, no pun intended. We built that wing rack and got it positioned over there and started putting wings into it. There is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm going to say 22 wings, but there's a complete model on there as well. So 23 items on. Yeah, it's only got 15 slots in it. But on top of that, in that corner, we've put more shelving up for wings. I've run out of the brackets for it, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wings up there.
There's a wing there, there's 2 over there.
I want to utilise more of the wall space. The workshop, once I'm happy with it, once it's all laid out and tidied up a bit, I should. Right, Matt Osborne. The 2 models you've mentioned there, the Apache and the Aggressor, a lot of people have asked me, when are they coming? The Apache and the Aggressor were both originally fuselaged with a fuselage made by Bob Martin in the States from Duraline, so it was like impact resistant, and apparently it was impossible to break, although I have seen some broken. When Bob Martin ceased production, Alan changed to a fiberglass fuselage. The fiberglass fuselage mould for the Aggressor is perfectly fine, usable. The Apache mould had a twist in it, and that was only discovered once we pulled the first fuselage out of the wing with the tailplane. I could see there was a twist in the fuselage. So, long story short, there's a new mould being made and tested. One and a fuselage has been Apache wing that I've got sat up there.
Somewhere.
No, it's there. It's in that bag there. I can see it from here.
Oh.
To make sure that Apache is that will get sent down to Alan for checking and approval, and once he's happy with that, that's when we can start pushing for us to get Apaches made.
Can we get this made?
Once Apache, the unofficial waiting list, like I want to be told when there's more information list, is over 40 names at the moment. I haven't got, but for any of the SAS models or on the waiting list, which you can probably see over my shoulder, there's a couple being built. Supply and demand is an issue just now. I haven't got enough supply for demand, so there's always a waiting list. If you want to be on a waiting list for them, go to either the website njrmodelling.co.uk, contact us through there, or on Facebook, just search NJR Modelling, and I'll get your name down on the waiting list. If it's on the waiting list, as soon as there's more information or our kits are available, you'll be notified. Can go from there. I know I seem to be waffling a bit, but there's lots of thoughts going through my head with there's also ponderings, shall we say, about EPP production, but that's a totally different story and nothing's been discussed about that yet. I would like very much to take over production of the SAS EPP range. I don't know if it will happen or not. Alan has said that he wants to retire properly, and I'd like to be able to have all of the SAS range, EPP and traditional wood and foam, under one roof. Let's hope it happens, but for now I'm not counting any chickens. What else? Oh, sorting out today, there's a box over there. If you followed us on was it Instagram? I think it was on Instagram and on NJ Modelling.
It's on Facebook and
Instagram. On Facebook. I've got an excessive amount of just to get rid of that stock. As much as they are perfectly good size, all of them are 100% identical with laser cutting they are. So at some point I might do Starjet glider plan packs. That's annoying, you know that. He's click-clacking some of these weights down here. Matthew Osborne, if you're down for a blob already, well done. Let's check. I'm actually looking at the list just now. Well, if it so, is it a blob power or a blob glider? That is the question. Best thing to do, send me a message through NGR Modelling on Facebook. That way I can track it easier for admin side of things.
What for XL?
1 second. I can track it easy on there. Okay, glider. Yeah, so if you send me Matt, if you send me a message through NGR Modelling, I'll probably get it just shortly if you send it now. I can then put your name down on the list. They shouldn't be too far away, to be honest. But as I said, if you've sent me a message and I've got your name down the list, I can then message you directly as soon as there's a kit available. Or if it's going to be much longer than what I expect, I can let everybody know. AJ, do you have any all-time favourite models? Well, I've been flying.
And that one.
I've been flying the best part of 36 years now. You've been flying 7 years?
I thought it was it.
No, 7 years. You started when you were 5. You're now 12.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite model so far since you've been flying?
Favourite one to fly on a basis all the time would be the Acrowatt, but to have
Chris Foss Acrowatt.
yeah.
So that's a kit built Acrowatt that was actually gifted to Ewan by my dad. Wasn't built by us, but my word does it fly well. What engine you got in that?
I don't know.
ASP 52 2-stroke
I know it was
with a quiet silencer.
yeah.
So that's your favourite.
It's called a 12
12 by 6 actually. You need to know more about your aeroplanes.
It always does it because
I know, but you should be doing more.
I'm at school and I want to do it.
Well, it's a 12 by 6 you've got on there. Graupner nylon 12 by 6.
The other one would be the Chris Fox Bot 4 XL.
You want what, sorry?
The other one would be the Bot 4 XL. Chris Fox Bot 4.
Chris Foss.
Yeah.
So, just so you're aware, Ewan's a bit sort of nervous about speaking publicly and whatnot. So what you're saying is his favourite other model, apart from his Acrowatt, is a Chris Foss Watt 4 XL, which is produced by Ripmax. Ours, hanging up there, has got a DLE 20 in the front of it.
Know that.
More than powerful enough. I don't know why anybody would want to put more power on the front of them than that. If you put a 26 on the front of it, you're just adding weight for no extra gain. My favourite all-time model, if I had to choose one model to only ever fly the one model again, it would probably be a Watt 4, because there's nothing they can't do.
Engine full. Elbow full.
Oh no, it'd be a wood one, a standard 52 inch. Probably it'd be a classic as well, the parallel wing, not the tapered wing. As much as the tapered wing Mark 3s are good, I prefer how the classic flies. Just personal preference, really. Other models, it's hard to say. I mean, I've flown had so many over the years. Gliders, it's probably going to be the Blob for a glider, because again, that's a good all-round slope soarer. It's not that bounceable compared to my aeroplane. You can fly it almost anywhere. You still fly from the same field. Andrew, no, we've moved. So we moved back in November, and we've moved about an hour further south than where we were. So I'd lived there for 20 years. We lived in that house for 17 years, for best part of 20 years. We've now joined the local flying club to where we are, and that's where we flew last weekend. It's a smaller club, possibly less facilities,
Yeah.
maybe,
It's got
but it's got everything we need. It's got a relatively flat runway, lots of open space. Maybe we could do a video when we get there, show people what it's like. Do a video of a day flying up there.
yeah.
Yeah, be a good idea.
the runway isn't as seeable at the moment.
Yeah, it's not as obvious on basically because of the time of year that we're at. We're just coming to spring. The grass hasn't been cut yet, and there's no animals in the field. But I know that it does become more prominent where the runways are. Now, Osborne, have you got any ideas for new designs? New designs for what? Just kits that I want to put out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel with SAS stuff. The thought process behind the SAS stuff and the Morris kits is they're good back in the day, which makes me feel really old. And there's lots of people that haven't experienced those designs. I don't want the designs to die. I don't want to try and change the design to make them better, look different, or anything like that. All I want to do is get them back out to people to enjoy them. The Morrises, I have changed a few things to facilitate making them, producing them easier. So the design's changed to make them easier to produce on a laser cutter. The wings are CNC foam cut, whereas before they were hand cut. Daft little things like the wing mounting bolts. The original plan that Ken drew, he used massive self-tapping screws into hardwood blocks. We're now using M6 nylon bolts into T-nuts. It's common practice now to do that, so why not? What else has changed with that? Apart from that, it's got two aileron servos mounted outboard in the wing. Back then, the technology wasn't there for the servos to be thin enough to fit in the wing, so it's a centrally driven single servo for aileron and torque rods. Use technology we've got, make it simpler. So yeah, that's to look at it and how it flies. The Morris, when you're building them, they're slightly different, slightly easier maybe, definitely lighter, and most probably stronger as well. There's been a couple already converted to electric. We are looking at options for an electric kit, electric version, but it does mean a total redesign at the front end. And again, like I was saying about the SAS stuff, I'd like to be able to offer the kit where the builder chooses whether they go IC or electric. But that'll come in time, I think. It's easy enough to convert to electric. You know, it's got a firewall that's got a nylon mount bolted to it. So all we need to do is build off from that, mount the electric motor, and then fare it in with balsa. It's not too difficult. The fuselage is open, so you can put a big battery in it. Do you want to pass down that one, the 40 size? You have to slide out with that bottle. I'll just get you to show you, or get the fuselage to show you what's inside it.
With what?
The bottle, the spray.
Wing as well?
No, just the fuselage. The SAS kits, I get the same idea. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm not trying to change the design. I don't want to change the design unless it makes it easier to produce the kits. The way they're built isn't going to change as far as I'm aware. Thank you. So this is the Morris 40 that's just about ready for covering. I can't actually see what I'm showing you, but you should be able to see there's a nylon engine mount in the front there, and then the front's just built up to take the engine, so you could quite easily convert that to electric. And then you've got a massive fuselage to take a battery. Now I'm anticipating doing this, or not this particular one, but doing a 40 with 6S and the 25 size with a 3 or 4S option. 3S should be perfectly good, 4S will probably be ballistic. I have sold a kit to a chap who I won't name, who has told me he's putting 14S into one.
You get 14S now?
I think it's either 12 or 14S. Oh yeah, you can, yeah. He's putting some silly amount of power into it, something like 2 kilowatt or something stupid. It's the same chap that's doing really fast FPV flying. So if you go onto YouTube, search fast FPV or something like that, you'll probably find the chap. So yeah, there's lots of options with that Morris. And as I said, the SAS stuff I'm trying to keep as they are. The processor range people have asked about. So you've got the processor, the pre-processor, processor sport or super sport or something, I think it was called. I won't be doing those. And that's not through any other reason than I haven't got enough details to produce them. I believe the fuselages were Duraline, I'm not sure. Another reason for not producing them, the Aztec is another one which I probably won't be producing.
What's the Aztec?
The Aztec is basically a trainer. It looks not too dissimilar to a Apache. What was I saying?
Do any of the SAS have wheels?
No. What was I saying before? You're totally throwing me off now.
I don't know.
Yeah, models I won't be doing. So I won't be doing the processor range, won't be doing the Aztec. Other ones in that range. What else? News, if that's what you want to call it. I've started looking at a Delta. Now it's a Delta from back in the day, called a models. Pretty quick, those models. I've spoken to the original designer. He's still around. He's all for getting the kits back up and running again. Look at what's available details wise to make sure they're as designed, and go from there. So very early stages with that just now. Matt Osborne, how much of the SS range will be built in-house? Ultimately, I'd like to produce all of it in-house. It's no secret, and I don't make any qualms about it. At the moment, I've got a third party the kits. That's because of tooling that I've got available just now, and the fact that this isn't my day job. I work away a lot. I work offshore, so being able to do things quickly and easily, certainly when I'm away, is difficult. Having a third party produce them means I can sort of basically email them, say I need this amount of kits, please could you make them for me. Yeah, there's a cost implication in that, so that we're producing the kit. I say we, he doesn't want to do it. I'll be producing the kits.
How can I build them and fly them? I just don't want to cut wings.
Yeah, I'll be producing, and hopefully won't be awaiting this. If some people say, oh, I want 3 blobs, okay, I'll go and make a batch of 5 today and tomorrow and send them out. As for production videos, do you mean just like an insight into how to do it? To build them, or how I build them? I certainly will be doing videos related to it being my hobby, but I'm not going to go into details of how them. That makes sense.
Unless people want to see it.
Yeah, unless people ask, can you show me how to do this, or how you've done that, or even why. We seem to be having issues with this connection again.
Could the Midas go on trike?
I have seen somebody put a trike undercarriage on a Wirus, but it slowed it down something chronic. It really did fly a lot slower.
I'm just thinking, because like, if you want there to be more range, but it can also be something else, like fly quicker or not aerobatic, could you not just have it so you can put an undercarriage on it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say none of the SAS range, apart from the Ace, are basic trainers. But the Ace, which we're hopefully going to fly this weekend, so you'll see, should be so easy to hand launch, you won't need undercarriage. If you put undercarriage on that, it'll make it a lot heavier. Yeah, because if you think once you hand launch it, it's already flying. Yeah.
Is it going to be like, or is it explain?
I don't know yet. I really don't know. So the Ace up there, that's got a in the front. Seems to be more than powerful enough on the bench running it up. We did have an issue with the engine that was originally in that airframe. I think I put it away in the spares box, but the conrod big end was like a figure of 8 shape. And it slapped. That engine was put in and run up, feels a lot better. Seems to give plenty of power. It was designed to fly on a 15, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, cheers for that, Tom. Could I have the drink, please? The dropouts in this connection could well be because there's other people in the house using the internet. So it's telling me here that there's a warning, the bit rate's too slow or something. But it seems to be alright. You have to excuse me while I have a drink. Right, let's see how solid this wing is. Hey?
I know I've got as well.
So what you could do, I did think about this, if you're I see myself down here, I should be looking up there. If you're in a flying club, there's no reason why you couldn't all group together and make a handful of these. That's still. But we should be able to get the spar in. I haven't actually sat down and worked out how much it costs, but these are okay. I haven't worked out how much these cost ready to fly, but I said the 34 quid website, Banggood, these are from Banggood. 34 quid for 2. You might get a customs charge now, I don't know. So you need 2 servos. Which are these? I use these little, I don't know what gram these are. These are probably like 5 gram, 4.5, 5 gram digital servos. Again from Banggood. Motor was 8. Banggood. The receiver, again, it's one of these tiny little Featherlight receivers from Lemon. They. Yeah.
Seen how these are.
Oh, you want me to tell? She's got the packaging and all sorts on there.
I was going to take the actual sample.
Okay. They were about 15 quid, maybe 20 quid. So probably for under, at a guess, under 50 quid, including a battery, a LiPo battery. Probably even less than that. It's probably. I did. You can have an airframe that you can keep in your back pocket almost and fly it almost anywhere. I'm not going to name any names, but I do know of somebody and literally lands it in his front garden, and he hasn't got a big front garden. It's not a park or anything like that. What have you got there? So that's a 5.5 gram servo.
Half would probably be that black bit.
Take the wire off. Cheers for that, Andrew. Thanks for joining us. I don't know when the next live will be. Is this just like an ad hoc thing? But there's more. There'll be a video put out every Saturday. Grams, yeah, okay. So this spar should fit there. and up to there.
Fits nicely.
So let's do a dry fit of that. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm pressing it down each side. So that's going to be a nice dry it's flush. So make sure it's flush once it's glued in. Yeah. So is that a good clean bit? Okay. So I'll take the spark out again. So if you are just joining us now, we are in the middle of this B490. This B490. All we've done so far is join the wings together, and they're still not fully glued. Are you putting the spar in? One thing you do get with this, I don't know if it's how they cut it or what it is, but you get a lot of stringy bits stuck to the ends, which is not right. So what we're going to do, I would be doing it this way because I'd be on the handed, so I'd be watching it come out. So which way would you go?
That's why it's like
Okay. So what you don't want to do is push down too hard because it's rocking around, and also you don't want to push down too hard there because that's going to pull the glue apart. Yeah.
Yep.
So all you want to do, so I'll pass the glue to you once I've got this bit in. You want to try and get the nozzle in. Look over my shoulder here. Just try and get the nozzle in. And then move it along like that. Okay? Okay?
Yep.
But you need to make sure you don't miss a bit of gluing. Okay? And keep the nozzle pressed in. Otherwise, if you miss a bit, there's not many glue there. Yeah, you've got lots of glue there. Okay, a bit quicker, that same sort of squeezy speed. Try and keep that nozzle pushed in. Slow it down a little bit, slow it down a little bit. Too fast, you missed a whole bit there. Push it back in. Okay, okay. Right, so, you putting this in or?
So who'd you put it in?
So you get it hard up to one end, like there. Now you do it and just push it in here and just work your way along.
It's cool bad if it goes in your fingers.
Right. Right, don't push it, you've got to get it on this side to push it in. Work your way along. Squeeze it in. Right, yeah. Doesn't matter if you get glue in your hands, you can be wiping a lot of it off your shoulders. So get enough. Okay, right along. Okay, well you do it then. What we don't want to do is bend it so much that the spark comes out like that. Look. So get the glue off.
Can't just hold it in a
No. Now what do you think we're going to do?
Wait for it to dry.
Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. So yeah, anybody that's just joined us, sorry, I do apologise. I keep on looking down here at myself on the camera, but the camera's up. We are building this B490, I'll pass over that one. Now I've got glue all over my hands. Put it together. Here's what Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. We've flown this one quite a lot. Great little wing. So we thought we'd build a second one, so we can both be flying them together. Yeah, we might end up doing some sort of combat.
I don't think it's a night.
Oh, we are doing combat, are we?
Yes.
Cool, sir.
Yes.
Right. So that's what we're going to be doing with these, apparently. As I said, they're great little wings. I'm not going to say they're indestructible, but they do take a good bouncing. That one proved that.
Yeah. I discovered that it can't do a bunt.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
Well, I didn't
They-
know it wasn't a symmetrical
They
wing,
inverted flight.
but you need to be straight and level, then go inverted.
Yeah, they can't do a bunt or an outside loop because they are a flat bottom aerofoil. If you have enough elevator travel to do it, you actually round where you want it to. And Ewan was testing gravity quite well that day. Unfortunately, he lost a couple of times.
I don't know, it's once.
Well, a couple of landings were a bit to be desired.
No, that's because I haven't landed before and the grass creeps up on you.
Yeah, exactly. The grass creeps up. The grass doesn't move you.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, this is what we're building. Great fun aeroplane. But we are, as we speak,
Watching glue dry.
watching glue dry.
Watching glue dry 101.
Okay, any suggestions for the next live tile? If you want to put his up, watch. Stick it in the chat. We'll see what we can do. If you guys are watching this and there is something you'd like us to do, like live like this, let us know. I said it's a bit because I haven't done many of these before. I'm not exactly to do or whatever. We've now hopefully made the internet connection better, so it's a better connection for you to watch.
Do we have good signal and Wi-Fi at the flying field?
There's only 2 bars of 4G.
Good Wi-Fi, it's flying.
Well, we could experiment with it, but I don't know if it'll work.
It might be very bad footage.
Yeah. I'm just actually looking at what you guys can see just now, and there's quite a good area here that you can see of what we're doing, which is good in my opinion. But as Ewan said, we are literally watching glue dry right now. Yeah. So as I was saying, if there's anything you want to see us do, whether it be in recorded videos or lives, yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
Are we taking camera Saturday?
I do hope to take a phone. I'm hopefully taking that camera as well.
What about the other one?
Which one?
The other one that's like, I don't know what it's called. You have your hand around
Yeah, I know which one you mean. What? You want to take that one as well?
Yeah, because it's easier to film.
It sounds like we're taking cameras with us at the weekend when we go flying. We might get some footage.
Make it a lot of sky.
We might get a lot of sky, but that's what editing's for. I want.
A plane flying through.
Huh?
Just have a plane just flying through.
Yeah.
Edit it.
I do want to get, or try and get footage of the Ace flying. That won't be as far. Did you manage to get the footage of the thing flying?
I got it, but I was doing it for the first, say, half of the flight, but then I was just looking.
Yeah, so that's what you can't do. So I've got a cameraman in training here trying to get footage of flying models. With the Ace, it should fly slower in general.
It's not the keeping up with it. You can't see the model properly through, like, the cameras. It just doesn't look right. You don't want to look at it through the camera.
So it's practice then, really.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. So
the best bet would be to have head cam.
yeah, but I need to find the. I'm wondering if it's in these crates. So again, those of you that aren't aware, my van died quite spectacularly about 3 weeks ago now. To transit heaven. But because of that, I've got 3 of these fold-up crates. Stuff that was in the van. I think the camera mount's in there. The more I think about it.
And what about orange hat cam?
Hat cam is in there. I don't know where the hat is.
So
But the problem with that, you can't really see the models in it, unless they're sort of here. No,
Then-
right in front of you.
Then is it not?
Yeah, but they have to be like that far away to see anything. It's great for sticking.
Could we not find that and try and get some on-board shots?
Sorry.
Could we not stick it on plane and try and get some on-board shots?
Possibly, but I'd want to actually get the model flying first.
Put it on my actual.
Yeah, we could stick it on your Echo Watch.
See if I can knock it off.
Tom, do we have any lakes in your area? We don't have any lakes in our area. We have lochs because we live in Scotland, although my accent doesn't really lend it to it. We do have areas of water, shall we say, that we can fly from,
Do we?
but no, the closest waterplane events, I believe, would be at Kilburney.
Is at the place where I thought took off my Bixel for
Yeah.
the first time.
Which is 5 minutes from here. I know they have events, or normally have events. Obviously, what we're in just now, which I don't really want to mention, worldwide, is curtailing all of that lot just now.
I think we should call it the annoying can't be flying thing.
The annoying. Okay. Well, the annoying can't go flying reason means that there aren't any flying waterplane events on just now. And I must admit, I can't actually remember the last time I flew off just now. Haven't got any float planes. Haven't got any flying boats.
Flying boats.
There is a difference between a flying boat, where the fuselage is the hull.
Flying or
No, think about
the only thing I think of is a skipper.
that's a flying boat, but it's like a Delta flying boat.
Is a flying is a floats put on it?
That's a float plane. So we could put floats on almost any model here.
We could use the floats that are meant to go on the what's it called? What is it called?
Pup?
Yeah,
For what?
for flying off water.
You could do. That's why you built it, to fly it off water. So we're talking about the third scale Sopwith Pup that I've got up here. We've actually got a set of floats for it. And the chap wanted to fly it off water. Why not?
Not just from how much it was. If it crashed, you won't be able to get any of
Wait,
it back.
yes. I don't intend to fly it off water, but we have at the moment got a set of third scale floats for it. I do believe those floats will be going to a new home because Ian Redshaw wants them.
Trade for the book.
So the Sopwith Pup will stay on wheels, as far as I'm concerned. Do I know of the Jetco Navigator? No, I'm sorry, I don't.
What's the Jetco Navigator?
Never heard of it. What I'll do is I shall Google just now.
We're not going to move tab.
Jetco Navigator.
That looks alright.
Oh, it looks like a. That's what I think it is.
Tomboy.
It is. It looks a bit like a Seamaster. It's an older amphibian. So that is a flying boat because the fuselage is the float. Yeah.
No, it's got floats on it. You can see the floats.
It's got tip floats to stop it falling over.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, never heard of that one before.
There we go.
But now we have. By the power of Google. Yeah, so as I say, I haven't got a float plane or anything just now. Something I'm desperate. I'm not.
Not desperate to try.
Yeah. I've got too many other things I want to do before a float plane.
Where would you fly a float plane though?
Locally here, I don't know.
Sea is insanely calm.
No, you won't be able to because there's too many people.
You need to go like out on a boat to the middle of the sea.
Yeah. So where we are just now, where we live just now, there's a really nice beach. 10 minutes drive away, if that.
Getting onto the beach.
Yeah, it's very shallow, so it's a nice big sandy beach. but it's also very busy with people.
It's very seaweedy as well. But we were on high tide.
67 electric, glow.
Is that this big?
67, no, the XL 68.
Oh.
So it's that much shorter in wingspan than the 68 than the XL.
Oh.
Yeah.
Petrol.
I don't know. That's why I just asked a question. Yeah, somebody was asking about designs earlier. I have got some thoughts on my own designs I want to produce as kits. Yes, if you've got Tom, if you've got that facility, if you can walk out your back door and you've got your perfect wet runway there, I would be the same. If that was what makes it easier for you to fly, go for it. You know, each to their own. But it's probably just personal preference. But for
models that big
fly-
should be on engine.
when yes and no, flying off water,
Then you won't.
electric would be better because
Cheaper.
no, not cheaper. It's easier. If a glow engine or a petrol engine sucks in water, it's going to stop dead. If an electric motor, it's just going to slow down a little bit and then carry on. Certainly a brushless one.
Or it may just go.
You
zap,
can you
zap,
can
zap.
run electric motors underwater.
How does it?
They used to run electric can motors underwater in soapy water to run them in, so the brushes make a better contact. Trust me, they did. But yeah, if you've got a wet runway in your back garden, use it. You know, I'd be the same. We had a disused football pitch. If you're American, a soccer pitch. What?
Is it a football pitch?
It
I
was.
thought it was a hockey pitch.
No, it was.
Not a hockey
It was
pitch.
original football
Golf.
or a soccer pitch, and that's what we flew. That test flew this in. There's actually a video. Oh, I'd have to. When the Beast from the East was there, you filmed me flying the Zaggy
Yeah.
in the snow
And that was annoying because I couldn't fly it.
in this field that we're talking about. It just has to be done, and I had to go and charge up the transmitter, charge up a battery pack
Did you not?
to keep it in my pocket to keep it warm enough. And we had probably a foot, maybe a foot and a half of snow on the ground. I think there was less up the field, but there was when the Beast. So it would have been 2018.
Yeah, I don't know when the Beast.
Whenever the Beast from the East hit the UK.
But see when it landed, did it not skim on top? Did it not?
Cheers, Matt. Catch you next time.
Did it not just like go underneath Alston when it landed?
What?
Did this underneath it?
Oh yeah, it kind of buried itself a bit. But yeah, I had to fly it in the snow just cause. But if you go looking back through the playlist, not the playlist, the back catalogue of videos, there's a video there.
But you'll also see us fly.
Yeah, we've got the Banggood capacitor gliders.
Do we still have those?
I don't think so. I think I tried to charge. I binned them. But they're like 15 quid for two. If you want to get some more, we'll get some more at some point. So that's glue is like touched. Leave that a while.
Doing to make
I'm not sure. I'm just checking to make sure everything's square and true. Which it is.
Motor mount on.
Can we put the motor mount on? Because I want to put the tips on before the motor mount.
I'm trying to put the tips on before the motor mount.
Good question.
So it can be flat.
Yes. See, you're learning. See if you have it that way up. You put the tips flat on the board and just slap them on. Yeah. But if you've got the motor mount on, it's going to be sitting up like that. So those people that are watching, it'd be good if you could give us a comment as to what you want us to do.
Why did you draw a rugby ball in your hand?
I don't know, I was just testing up here. Tom, I counted my planes yesterday, 73 airplanes, about half and some gas. Yeah, I haven't actually tried counting what I've got in here.
It might take you a couple of days.
No, it wouldn't take me that long. But
well, everything hanging up would be countable, but everything else that we can't see.
yeah, see, I've probably got as many got that I can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's
6,
no,
7,
stop. You count all the aeroplanes you can see in here. Okay, so he's gone off to do that. Just don't trip over anything.
I'm starting over here.
Okay, so he's away, and I bet he won't get all of them. I can almost guarantee he won't get all of them. So you have to excuse me while I've had a drink. He's up to 37 already. What's the oldest model? Nah, poor joke, I know. Oldest model in the workshop.
44, 45,
Um,
46, 47, 48,
let's have a think.
50,
It's probably...
53, 54, 55.
I don't actually know. What's the oldest model?
Your
It's-
Roberts.
No, it's not.
Your Zaggy.
One of the oldest. I suspect it's actually probably that blob or the thing glider, because they were built in the 80s. I couldn't tell you exactly when. Possibly the Apache was another older one as well. What that I have done myself is actually my powered Zaggy up there, and I bought that in, when did I buy that? That would have been the late November, early December of '99. So how many years that is? 22 years or something?
61.
That. It's been recovered at least 3 times that I can think of. Yeah, still the same
66.
motor, the same speed controller. It's had various
67.
different live. I've laughed to myself because you're still going around the workshop, still going around the workshop trying to count models.
70, 71.
But yeah, probably the oldest
74.
model of my own I can think of. If that answers the question. What have you got?
74 so far.
74. Is that including all the unbuilt ones?
No, not yet. I can't see all those ones.
Okay, so what are you including? Part built ones?
Yeah, part built ones that I can see. I've not counted all the kits.
Okay, so I don't know if you're hearing what you're saying. Models
That I can see.
that he can see in this workshop, and that includes built, finish, but not including kits.
Oh, damn it, what for?
So that's now straight away up to
80.
78. Your little one,
I counted that one.
Spitfire.
I counted that one.
So what
Your
you have?
whale thing. My whale thing, Cobra, the other whale thing.
82.
The Teddy. See it, the little gliders, all of them.
Right, so
1, 2,
we're
3,
80 plus. Could you do me a favour? Could you go and knock that camera up just a fraction? We're 80 plus models in the fleet, not included on blade.
I'll wait until you see it.
Okay, just hold it there just now. So yeah, 80 plus models in the fleet, not including unbuilt kits,
I
But-
see another one.
but also
Cobra, not the Cobra, the Coyote.
Coyote. So yeah, what he's also forgotten is there's still some models. That,
Bearcat. Got
have you counted them?
No, they've got Bearcat, Star Delta,
Starjet.
Starjet. What else in there?
There's some free flight.
Yeah, we've got over 100. We're going with it over 100 because I didn't count all those ones. Didn't count all those ones because I can't see them.
Yeah, there's. Have you done like the puppeteers and things that are up there?
I can't see them.
So we've got 80 plus models that he can see in a camera. On top of that, there's kits that aren't built that I know of. There's going to be at least 10.
What?
Is it at least 10 kits?
What? Oh, Spitfire kit.
Yeah, so there's one there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I can see from sitting here, Ewan.
8, 9, 10.
Unfortunately, Tom, she kind of knows. She also knows how many engines are in my engine stash down here.
263 plus all the other ones that are on the bench plus the ones that are on
263? Is
Yeah.
that just a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 342.
No, I don't actually know how many engines there are.
Got that.
Googly.
Yeah, on the bench.
Oh, yeah. Googly is an airframe. But yeah, lots of engines that haven't got homes at the moment. All got ideas for them. But yeah, I know there's... Yeah. So yeah, Tom, my wife, to give her due, she knows roughly how much everything costs. And she hasn't got a problem with it, because this is like the best part of yeah, okay. Did you get the 2 spec wings as well?
No.
Roughly what sort of money's out here?
Another one.
Yeah, it's a control liner.
There's another.
But she also knows that I wouldn't spend money out here that isn't needed for housework. Like,
Something that you've got that you'll spend.
yeah, it's only disposable money that's trying to get it to pay for itself.
I mean, we need to go through sorting out and selling stuff.
Yeah, we do need to sell some models, some built models to make that broken what's what? Did you count that what for?
Yeah, I didn't count the diameter.
Okay. So yeah, plenty of models.
But definitely,
I don't know if we have or not. It'd be close. It'd be close. But yeah, one thing I was going to ask you guys, or anybody that's watching this, what are you other video? Yeah, there'll be other videos coming soon for updates. They were filmed a while ago, but I'm trying to keep videos coming out once a week on a Saturday, so I'm spreading them out. The workshop is very close to being done. Workshop, is it what you expected it to be when I started out?
just looking back at old videos, I could tell that was this garage.
Not naked, no. I mean, this started out as a shell, didn't it?
No, it's been painted, it's got new units, you couldn't tell.
Yeah. There's still some things we need to do in it.
The only thing that I think's stayed the same is that not
red wire?
white wire coming out that.
Oh, part of the wiring, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of wiring to stay, but everything else has been replaced and changed. My oldest aeroplane is from 1972. Yeah, that was 7 years before I was born.
What is it?
Cheers, AJ, thanks for that. Catch you again soon.
What is the oldest model?
Yeah, Tom, what is the oldest model? One is that Zaggy. Some of the SAS display models that I acquired, I believe, are a fair age.
What about the Teddy?
No, I bought the Teddy
To teach one how to fly.
and she never bothered.
See, once that's built, she is flying it.
Well, yeah, she has said she'll have a go at it once it's built. But again, that was bought the best part of 20 years ago. I couldn't tell you when.
I might be able to body box with her.
Yeah, you'd be able to teach her how to fly. Yeah. It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Guess who the teacher is?
Okay, so have a look.
Just
Shouldn't do.
be safe.
Shouldn't do because it's contact glue, remember.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is just picking off all.
So Navigator 51. Long again to. I can't see it.
It's an original kit built jet cut. All right.
Oh.
Right. So, do we glue these like that, or like that?
Mhm.
Why?
Because that's what the other one is.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right, does it?
Because if you come in for a bad landing, you're less likely to catch it and knock it off, and it's more in the right place. Because
Bring it back there. It's lined up with. Right, it's more lined up with the back edge.
no, you can't see it. So.
Well, look. Well, it's not perfect by any means, but it's not. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, do you want to do the glue?
Oh.
Okay. So, what you need to do, you need to get glue. Get glue.
All the way along, because you see it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Just, for now, just a nice smeary amount of glue on there. Put it down the bench. Put that up against it. Keeping it tight against it. Rub it backwards and forwards. String bits off and just lay it down.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Get a piece of tissue ready. So I don't know if I mentioned before, we actually use putting this together. Try and keep the nozzle on the phone. It doesn't have to come away from the phone. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Put it on the bench. Feather in. Wait, can we get it pushed against it? No, we need to get yourself in a place where you can see.
Yeah, being a place where I can see, I need to be where you are.
Okay, so you've got a shiny bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put it down on that. Okay. On the bench, get your finger on it, rub it off.
Rub it off or rub it in?
Rub it and it will dry. And don't, that's it, along it.
It smells horrible.
Smells great. Abuse, that is bad for you and dangerous. But this glue does smell good. And for anybody that's going to watch this later on and complain, I'm not interested. Ventilated area.
Not getting all that anymore.
So you're just taking one step further. Across your nose, is it? So all we're doing now is just waiting for this glue to dry so we can stick it on. As I said to you before, the way I always do it is to actually look along it to see if it's still gone off enough to stick it on. I might have a look at that, Jack. See if there's a plan of it we can download and have a look at. Maybe it's something we could build.
We need to do everything else first.
Alright, yeah, there's loads of things. Yes, you're bad people. Stop suggesting ideas and give me ideas of planes that I haven't got time to build.
Unless it's a.
I don't even want to build a 3D model. I don't want to build one of them.
Doesn't mean I don't want to.
Yeah, okay, well, you draw it out, you design it, we'll build it.
I've tried to design one, but you've said, oh, that looks exactly like that one, but with that one over.
Yeah, so that's why you've got to design your own thing.
Yeah, but there's so many
So many what?
models, there's so many 3D models that you just can't design anything new.
Oh, right, okay.
Unless it's something completely random.
A canard, a biplane canard.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's been done.
Exactly!
One thing I am going to mention, I haven't got it on just now, but there's merchandise you could buy to help support the and t-shirts. There's a mug as well. But something else that I've recently just started doing, and I was hoping they're going to be here today, but they're not. They're probably going to be here tomorrow. Is some channel stickers.
Is it the same people that make the BMFA stickers?
I haven't got a clue. So these, if you want to support the channel, I'm not sure how much they're going to cost yet. A few quid maybe. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how much they're going to be yet.
So I wouldn't want to pay like a £5 for a sticker that size.
So they're coming. I was hoping to sell them. Method to how to do it. But I'll just have a link and say click on this link to buy one. I know it's a thing to do with like different communities to support each other and things like that.
Can you screen record on there?
Not easily, no. Why?
Just because you could. So what's searching? How to get discounts?
What?
If you like put in like a sport creator code.
Oh yeah, but I can't do that just yet. I just can't. But as I've got these stickers coming, if you want to support the channel, I'll send some stickers out to you when I know how much they're going to be. But so they're literally just the channel logo. I think they're about, I think it's 70mm wide.
Are they squares?
There's a cutout to the shape of the channel logo.
Is it a circle?
No, they're cut out to the shape of the logo.
Yeah, because there's a circle.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. So they're not small, they're a good size decal. You'll probably end up seeing them around, stuck on models. It's a great way of doing it, easy way of doing it. So I'm anticipating a few quid a sticker. That's posted. I'm not going to charge extra for postage or anything. Welcome to. But it's just something that I've seen other people doing. I thought I'd do myself. I've got some other ideas as well, which I'm going to pursue.
Could you not?
But why would anybody want a phone case with my face on it? Really?
We'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, they might do, but I doubt they do just now. If you want a phone case with my face on it, I'm sure I can arrange it. Just let me know. Tip. Looks pretty well glued, so what we need to do... Ooh,
Well, that's really bad.
what we need to do is line it up first.
At the back.
No, at the front. With that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you said you want to have it lined up with the training edge.
As long as we get them both in the same place, I'm not fussed. I'm really not. What do you think best? Okay, we want to make sure it's down and that's down when you do it. Okay?
I didn't really thought that everything was.
Have it vertical before you stick it on. Don't push down too hard. And that's one fin on.
Lovely.
Starting to come off. What?
That's all we're doing the other side.
No, you are.
So yes, we are doing the other side.
No, you're doing the other side. There's no we about it. So all you got to do now is when you come to click on it, make sure it's in the same place. Yeah?
Yes. Okay. I'm just going to be looking to see if it looks like it's in the same place.
See if you're watching this back and you like the idea of doing a live. Let us know. Give us some ideas as to what you'd like to see us build or put together. Come on, before the glue runs out the bottom, look. Backwards and forwards. Push it in, backwards and
Pick up there.
you want to make sure there's plenty of glue on it, which it looks like there is. Okay.
And then move it back.
You can. Or not. You just like getting glue all over yourself, don't you?
It's satisfying when it peels off.
Sorry?
It's satisfying when it peels off.
Right, okay. So yeah, this is kind of like a type session just now. It'd actually be easier if we were because then we could have a production line going. Yeah, so dirt come off your hands that you're rubbing into the glue, which turn the glue brown. Don't rub it down your trousers. You better not have rubbed it down your trousers.
I've already got paint and glue all over them. And garage trousers.
Well, that's alright, as long as they're garage trousers, that's the main thing.
I'm not going to go wear it to posh restaurant.
Before anybody asks, this is not product placement.
What is it?
I'm just drinking a bottle of this brown fizzy stuff. You know what that stuff is.
No, what is it that you said that you're not doing or something?
It's not product placement. It's not a subtle advertising of a product.
It's not. Oh, look at this, it tastes good.
Yeah, no, it's just that I've been drinking. So, there's a question. Channel monetization. YouTube videos. What are your thoughts on having adverts on them? Now,
Bloody annoying.
there's a big discussion just now in the YouTube community of YouTube putting videos on channels that aren't going to financially benefit from those videos being, or those adverts being placed on their videos. This channel isn't in a position yet to make money from YouTube. At some point it will be, but I wouldn't put ads on the videos if I thought it's going to from the videos.
As long as you don't put it right as when you're putting something.
Sorry?
As long as you don't put it right as when something interesting's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, to be honest. I haven't.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I do.
But I want to know what your thoughts are on the videos. Wonder what's going on there. Anyway, adverts and videos. Would you be put off if videos had? I'm just curious to know if and when the time comes that I'm able to put videos, adverts on the videos. Should I or shouldn't I? Open-ended question. I'm not going to make a living out of doing this sort of thing. I'm not trying to. But if I did monetize the channel, you guys would see adverts on them. And I'd make a few pennies, literally a few pennies per video. That money would then go back into buying a tube of glue or something like that.
Or scalpel blade.
Or a pack of scalpel blades or something like that, yeah. It's not going to go and buy me a half-size aeroplane.
Probably wouldn't even buy you a spinner.
Yeah, probably wouldn't buy me a spinner for a half-size aeroplane.
No, I'm talking about for a normal glue plane.
Right, okay, fair enough. But it's just... I don't know what you guys' thoughts on it are. I know what my thoughts on it are. You know, as you said, if you're watching a video and it gets to an interesting bit and it suddenly cuts to another bit, you're like, for God's sake. And then you want to get back into the video again. It's kind of annoying. But that's how those guys make money from their channels, or one of the ways they make money.
Is there any other ways you can get money without sponsors?
What do you mean?
Like, so you get sponsored by brown stuff.
Yes, that's sponsoring. There are other ways for channels to make money. Again, I haven't investigated them. There's Patreon,
It's Patreon.
where people of an amount, I don't know how much it is, but then they get extra stuff for that. They get like behind the scenes footage, and they get videos early, and they get Patreon only videos and things like that. The problem I've got with that, with Patreon, is I don't think to warrant doing it, to justify to a subscriber.
There's things £1 a month, and you join it and you get to see videos, say 4 weeks.
But
No one else can see them.
yeah, no,
My finger feels clean.
it's something that I'd have to look into. I say I don't know if setting that up and asking somebody to pay for that. I don't personally subscribe through a financial method to any YouTube channels. This whole channel started off with me wanting to do videos as opposed to wanting to make money from it.
Did it not start off with unedited footage of you flicking your engine over for an hour?
Oh, I can't remember what the first video was. I'd have to go back and look.
Was it not that?
Videos was as an R62. It was actually that one. That one that's that one. Yeah, with the prop on it. Was that actual engine?
Of that one, and that was from like 4 years ago.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's a long time ago.
But then because
But-
no one of me started it, but then couldn't start it. No,
Yeah,
can't
there's
start it.
there's Patreon. There's also YouTube Join. Again, I don't know how that works. I don't even know if I'd qualify, if this channel would qualify to set it up, because I haven't looked. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are, you know, as in viewers. You guys watch this channel. God only knows why, but you do. And every time I get a comment or a like, other people find the videos
It
through
also,
the YouTube algorithm.
it also we know what videos you want to see.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. If people like a video or a certain type of video or something that we're doing, because this is new. The live stream is new, so I've got nothing really to compare it to. We've got flying videos. We've got some show videos.
Definitely got a lot more building.
Yeah, we've got a lot more sort of work in the workshop stuff.
With me, I'll be wanting to see flying.
Yeah, but the problem with that is the camera equipment that we've got isn't set up for filming models in the air.
That's why.
So I could recommend two straight away that do it, and they've got thousands of pounds worth of equipment, and they do a damn good job. I'm not going to try and beat. That's what they do. They don't do in workshop stuff. But it's what you guys want to see, you know. It's, if you want to see me sorting through a box in the workshop trying to find yeah, well, I'll film that. If you want to see me sorting through balsa wood, or going through the process of ordering balsa wood, or putting the CNC, that's what you want to see, or what you like. One thing, where is it? Did you ever pass over that blue and white thing?
What's that blue? What's
The blue and white thing, the foam thing. Yeah, that. This is something that I do want to get on with sooner rather than later.
Is this gonna stop it?
Don't know yet. A little while. A video. One or two videos, can't remember. Already up from. It would have been 2019. Yeah, 2019. We went on holiday down to Perranporth in Cornwall. met up with John Woodfield. If you haven't seen John Woodfield's channel, go and have a look. Just amazing, and the speed at which he builds as well.
And the speed of the videos go out, is it not like every second day?
Yeah, he puts so many videos out, it's amazing. There's also, he had one of the first, he actually had the second blob kit that I put together. And there's a video of it flying, bright yellow, orangey, not orange, a bright yellow greeny colour. Anyway, I digress. This is a little glider that has had its tail chopped off, and there's going to be a tailless version. Built one of these as a glider, but this one's got a nice, well, it's going to be shaped a little bit more, but it's got a nice flat tail end, and there's going to be an 1806 or 18 something motor on the back of it. Ian,
No.
it's not one of them.
Not 2206.
No, not 2206. And this will be another cheap model to chuck around. A bit bigger than the B. This will probably take, so another cheap. Let us know. So that most of it's done, but I've got another 7 little glides up there to experiment with.
That's the damn
So if you want to see one of these done from scratch, let us know.
Has the damn it got any videos been put on?
The unboxing's been done.
And what about the
I think.
first one?
I can't remember where we are with what videos have been put up when.
Is it not? You just scroll down. That one is posted this Saturday.
No, it's automatic. They automatically post. I set up the date when I want to post them, and it automatically publishes them at a certain time. So yeah, that's that. Lots of, as you keeps on going on about this, damn it. It's an Angel Wings design, damn it. Little electric flying wing, fully built up, that we're in the process of building. Looking over here as to models that are sitting here, we've got the Watt 4 refurb coming along. It is still coming along. There is a Spitfire. Again, I can't remember what video. Flightline Spitfire, foamy, that needs decals put on. What else we got going on? Slowly.
What else have we got building going on at the moment?
Oh, you've got your farmyard for a long time.
In this garage.
Yeah. As well.
Want to get it flying.
Everything for it. No, we've got a wing tube. I just don't know if it's the right one. I don't know where it is. I think it's up there. So we've got. See about a different wing tube for it. Because I seem to remember it was a rattle fit in the hole, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was too small a diameter, so we might have to see what other ones we can get. It's going to be the right size. Well, yeah, Ewan's got a Glenn's 30% cap that was gifted to him very kindly.
So it's 232, or is it 3? It's two.
Yeah, it's also got us a Noah 62 that's been in it, but it's not in it currently. The airplane was built as one of 2 that flew like a synchronised aerobatic schedule. Is the wing spar, the wing tube.
And where about the fairing is?
The fairing I've put up there, right up out the way. That's another airplane that we're going to refurb and get flying. That will do basic 3D stuff as well. It was one of the very first that came out. Obviously, a lot of. I mean, that was 20 odd years ago when that came out. Yeah, it must have been about 20 years ago because I was living in Scotland when it came out. Lots of projects to keep us busy. Plus, we've got the workshop we're still working on.
Not much else I need done though.
Needing done, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do.
It's benches.
Yeah, I mean, like the bench behind Ewan, that needs built. A shed out the back needs built, which I'll probably film how I'm building that. Because my thinking is, you might be watching this and thinking, yeah, they're doing stuff in their workshop, but I need to build a shed before I can do that sort of stuff. How do I build a shed build? This one's going to be similar, but again, if that's something you want to see, let me know. If it's something you can't be bothered seeing, let me know. If it's not something that's going to be watched, I won't spend my time filming it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say. I mean, what? You going to put that on? So what do you want to make sure is it's in the same place as that one? Yeah? Okay, leave it a little bit longer. So I think what we'll probably do is get this wingtip on without sticking your finger to it. I know you were seeing if it's...
Tacky one.
So I think we'll probably get this wingtip on. Quite possibly call it a night. If you are watching this as a playback afterwards, more than happy to read and respond to any comments you put in below. I do read all the comments. Some of them recently, I don't need to go into details, but they're daft comments that I've almost deleted straight away, or unpublished, or whatever you call it. Even negative comments I respond to. Everybody's allowed their opinion. And I happily take constructive criticism. Useless crap, there's no point. But constructive criticism, great. I appreciate it. I can't begin to know even the smallest amount of everything to do with AI. So I always try and learn from other people. So if someone's got advice, I'll listen to it. I'll take it in. But if someone's just going to put me down, well, they can, but I won't listen. But anyway, why don't you see if that's going to stick on?
Yeah, so I wasn't going to try.
That'd be fine. So we'll try and get it in the fore and after position of that one, yeah? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Maybe a bit of a guess, though.
No, it's about the width of the fin back. Careful. You stick it on where it needs to be stuck on. Okay. Yep. So that is the basic airframe, glued up. If we didn't have to wait for glue to dry,
It'll be done.
that's probably about 20 minutes work. So if we had a whole gluing up, by the time we got to the last one that was gluing, put the lid on the glue, we go back to the first one and start putting them together.
Flying tails and just take like a rack of them to the flying field, not bound to a transmitter, and just say and bind this to your transmitter and flying them all together.
Yeah, but the problem. No. as I think these are great. These would be. I would say if someone is solo, not necessarily A or whatever, if they're solo with a normal trainer.
Trainer will.
Cheers, Bob. I'll catch you later. Sorry.
And can fly the
Trainer. Take off land the trainer without destroying it. You'll be able to fly one of these. If you're flying a model that's got a stabilizer built into it, whether it be in the receiver or you need to learn to fly without the stabilizer before flying one of these. These can be set up to fly really docile. We've got as much travel as we can get, so it does twinkle rolls and all sorts.
I've not tried the loop. Yeah.
The loop, yeah. But these would be good with a whole flock of them in the air. Flock?
Fleet.
No. What is it?
Bees.
What a lot of bees?
A fleet. I don't
No,
know.
not a fleet.
A hive.
No, that's where they live.
I don't know.
What's it called when they go?
Scavenging? I don't know. I really
swarm.
don't know. Oh.
Come on. It'd be good to have a swarm of. No way, shape or form affiliated to these models. I'm not trying to get you to go and buy them because I'm going to make money off them, because I'm not.
A flying club so we can fly them together. Don't say I said that.
Any money out of you going and buying one of these, but I'll almost guarantee that you'll enjoy this if you did buy one.
I'm assuming they're going to be even more fun with two. It's going to be a fair battle as well, considering we smashed into the Zaggies.
Yeah, but what are we actually going to do? Just fly together, like formation type stuff.
Fly together and just try and stay alive.
Last man standing?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see how this is going to go, can't you?
See if it had down, I might be a lot better.
It has got down, just can't go all the way down.
Yeah.
You can't go all the way down and round. Right, so I think we've just about come to the end tonight. We've been on for 2 hours. That's well past your bedtime on a school night.
It's not school night.
It is a school night. So I think we'll sign off here. As I said, if back later, give us a thumbs up. If you're watching it back later and you're not already, please subscribe.
If you're watching it right now, please subscribe.
Yeah, even if you're watching it for the last, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Why does it keep on doing that? Same. Anyway, we're going to head off. We'll see you next time, and we look forward to all your comments. If there's something you do want us to film, something you want us to see, put it in a comment for the video, and we'll see what we can do. So until next time, okay.
Should you know, I was going to make sure I open the camera.